different stories I could tell. You know, I happened to hike the Appalachian Trail. That took courage. There were moments on the trail that took courage. I went on a 6-week road trip with Benjamin, and that took courage. Mostly because I was with Benjamin. Oh. So I had a lot of things to choose from, but what I finally decided on was something very personal to me about expressing myself and realizing that I was fine just as who I am. I didn't need to be who society thought I needed to be. And so my story is called Nothing Better. And for those of you wondering, does my story need to have a title? No, it doesn't. It's just, it's nice because then that allows the host to introduce it as a titled story. So my story is called Nothing Better. Will someone please call a surgeon who can crack my ribs and repair this broken heart that you're deserting for better company? Those are the lyrics, for those of you who know or might know, of the Postal Service's song, Nothing Better. And they perfectly fit the description of the way I was feeling when I first met Benjamin James Rexroad, because my girlfriend at the time, my longtime girlfriend, the one I was gonna get married to, and by the way, long time at that point was 2 years, so that was a long relationship, you know, for a high schooler. And she'd broken up with me, and I was heartbroken. And I decided to take a chance and move in with Kevin Clem, Jeff Clem, and some guy named Benjamin Rexroad, who I'd only met a couple times before. And I found out that Benjamin and I were going to be sharing a bedroom. I thought that sounded okay, like, all right, you know, what kind of bedroom are we talking about? Until I saw the bedroom. I mean, it would have been perfectly fit for a child, but certainly not for 2 grown men. But we found a way to make it work, and I knew right away it was either going to be Benjamin and I are going to be the best of friends, or we're going to hate each other. There wasn't going to be an in-between. As it was, I was trying to turn to Kevin. I was heartbroken. I needed somebody to help me out of this depression. And Kevin, who was my best friend at the time, he was busy. He was you know, in school. He was dealing with his own girlfriend issues. So instead, I ended up talking with Benji every night. I mean, he was literally 5 feet away from me every night. So there wasn't much else to do but talk to him. And we started going on walks all around Akron. And that's how we fell in love with the city, with each other. But for me, it wasn't a sexual kind of love. It was just like a spiritual kind of love. It was a best friend kind of love. I mean, we bonded on spirituality, philosophy, drama, and we realized that we wanted to make a life in a way that we could work together. And that's how we ended up with a theater company. But I quickly realized that Benjamin had other plans. He started getting closer, and I didn't fend it off. When I say closer, I mean he started hugging me, which if you know Benjamin, he hates hugging, so it was very, very weird thinking back. He started hugging me, he started cuddling me, petting me, and I was okay with it. Like, I was open to the possibility of having a close male friend that, you know, we were just physically close, but that didn't mean anything more. Until one night when we were in the kitchen making dinner, and Benjamin stopped stirring the pot of spaghetti and turned to me to gaze into my eyes, which he loved to do, just gaze into my eyes. And then he took some steps closer and closer until he was nose to nose with me and proceeded to kiss me on the lips. Yeah, that wasn't okay. I was not okay with that. I went off. I went off on Benji, and our relationship was set back a little bit because of that. And it, honestly, looking back, it had nothing to do with him. It had everything to do with me, wanting to confront this inside of myself. So, over the next few months, we repaired our friendship. We got closer again, but there was no more kissing. And to make certain of that, I started going out on dates with girls. And there was one girl in particular that I decided I rather liked. So I invited her to a party one night at our house on North Rose, 150 North Rose. And we were all sitting on the couch. The girl was on one side, Benjamin was on the other, and we were having a great time, enjoying each other's company. And then the girl got up and invited me into the kitchen.
That kitchen must be...
And exactly, and it's the magic of the 150 kitchen. If you guys are looking for magic, we have the key still, so. In that exact same spot, she proceeded, stare into my eyes, come creep closer, and then kiss me. And then she asked me out. My heart skipped a beat because I wasn't certain that I wanted to date her. I mean, my mind was racing. But I decided to say yes, because how do you tell someone no in the moment? Like, no, I really don't think I want to date you. So I said yes. And at the end of the night, I told Benjamin, hey, I'm going to walk my girlfriend to her house because she lived close by. And you could tell Benjamin was just broken in that moment. And he said, oh, okay, fine. Well, I'm going to go on a walk too. And I'm like, oh, you're going to walk with us? And he's like, no. And walking was our thing. So I said, okay, well, I can meet you somewhere and we can walk home the rest of the way. And he said, no, I want to be alone. So I got about halfway to Sam's house. This is the girl's name. I got about halfway to my new girlfriend's house when I had to stop. And she turned and looked at me and was like, hey, what's wrong? And I said, you know what? I'm sorry, but I can't do this. And I took off and I ran. And I ran right to the Triangle Park where I knew I would find him. And I confessed everything. Tell me, am I right to think that there could be nothing better than making you my bride and slowly growing old together? And honestly, for me, there is nothing better.